Welcome to another episode of the Almost Tipsy Vegan. Today we're going to be making a one-pot spaghetti. It's country, redneck, however you want to look at it, but it's going to be vegan, and it's going to be delicious because if it's not delicious, you won't eat it. So we're going to start out. I already got up a half of a white onion, already diced up. I tell you what, I'll use this thing instead of my hands. So it's a half of a white onion, and in the frying pan, I've already getting it hot. I've got about 3 tablespoons of olive oil. Okay, I've also got a half of orange bell pepper, and I was talking to a real Italian, and they always put, I didn't know this, but he said their family always put a carrot in there. So this is one small grated carrot. Okay, so we're going to let this cook just a little bit, just like this. Okay, now we're going to let it brown just for a second. I've got some fresh basil right here. I'm going to put it in a little bit later, if I remember. Okay, so let it brown just a second. Now then, those of y'all that have watched the show before, y'all know I use a lot of tofu, and this is firm tofu here. And you know that I've already put it in the freezer, freeze it, let it defrost, put it back in the freezer, let it defrost. That changes the texture of it, and the water comes out so easily. So what I'm going to do is just grate this up in here, like this. This is going to be the meaty part of it. And we're also going to add, you see I'm just crumbling it up here like this. We're also going to add some lentils, because lentils are so incredibly healthy for you. And the tofu is healthy. And this is going to be, like I said, very healthy. One pot, it's a quick meal. The lentils, when I put them in here, they've been soaking all day long in the water. So that's all uh, ground up like hamburger meat. We're going to now put the lentils in there. And these are the lentils that have been soaking. We'll put them in here. And so let that, just like that. Get that out of the way. And my wife's saying something, I can't know what she's saying. The lentils were drained. Okay. And now then we're going to put about there's nothing about a teaspoon of garlic in here. So we're going to finish this jar up. Just about a teaspoon, just pour it in there. Get that out of the way. Now then, now we'll start with our spices. Rinse my hands real quick. Now, the spices we're going to use, now I always put turmeric in there, but if you're on any kind of blood thinner, statins, please don't use this. But it's so healthy for you. It's a blood thinner. So put a little bit of that in there. Get that out of the way. We're going to put, this is oregano, or if you're from Europe, oregano, I think how you say it. We'll put some of that in there. Okay. Let me stir this around just a little bit so it doesn't stick. Okay, it's cooking really good right now. And now then we're going to put a few more spices in here. And we're going to put some ground black pepper. I put ground black pepper in just about everything. Even some desserts have ground black pepper in there. So, okay, a bit of ground black pepper. we're going to put a little bit of salt. Okay. And this is coarse kosher salt. Can't talk. So put that in there. Okay. Now then we're going to put, this is a low sodium tomato basil sauce. It's pre-made. We're going to put this in here, just like that. And in order to get the sauce out of here, we're going to rinse it with the star ingredient of the show. And this is a Cabernet Sauvignon. I can't even say it. Cabernet Sauvignon. I can't talk. Wine, also known as just a cab for us. You know these rednecks can't talk, can't. So anyway, we're gonna shake this around, get this out of there, get all we can out, and then we're going to add more as needed. So of course it needs more. Okay. Now then, we've got since we're using wine, I do get the opportunity to drink, and on the show, if we're cooking, we're drinking. So, good red wine. That is good. Okay. And we're going to let this cook for a little bit. I'm going to put a few more things in here real quick. I'm going to put a few chopped walnuts. They're not chopped. I'm going to grind them up with my hand. Just a handful of walnuts. And squeeze them. Put them in here. This adds a lot of flavor and a lot of health benefits and some texture to it. Be a little bit crunchier. Just like that. And I think that's everything I got to put in there right now. I'm going to cover this up and let it cook for a little while. It's all cooked. But in the meantime, I got a sprig of rosemary. I'm just going to lay on the top of it like this. And I'm going to cover it and let it cook for about 15 to 20 minutes. So in the meantime, y'all enjoy your wine and see you when you get back. Okay, welcome back. This has been cooking now, covered for about 20 minutes. I'm going to take the top off. Okay, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the rosemary out because I'm going to be adding some other ingredients, and I don't want it to get with everything else. So that's the rosemary. I'm going to bring the garbage can over here so I don't drip it everywhere. Okay, so now then, rinse my hands off and touch the garbage can, and okay, so we've got that out. Now then, I'm going to add just a handful of fresh spinach. Just a handful, just to make it as healthy as we can. Oh, that's a bad piece right there, so we'll throw it away too. Just tear this up, put it in there. Okay, and we're going to add the fresh basil from our yard. I'm going to put that in there now, just probably not maybe an eighth of a cup, not much, just for flavoring. Okay, so we're done with that. Now, I told you this is one pot. I can't talk. The wine's kicking in. So I'm going to do something that the true Italians will probably have a fit about, but you know, a true Italian never breaks spaghetti. But to get it in here, I'm breaking the spaghetti because actually I've never learned how to roll spaghetti on a spoon and a fork. So we cut ours up with a fork anyway. So I'm going to put this, it's about 2/3 of a box of spaghetti. And we're going to break that up real quick. And let's get all the rest we can out of here. Okay. I'm going to stir it around now. Remember, this is one pot. So if you got children or whatever, you can cook it for them. And it's real easy. I don't like washing dishes that much. So this one pot is a whole lot easier. Gotta make sure it's all covered up. Get it all covered up. And we're gonna add a little bit more wine to it. So I'm gonna cover it up so it will continue cooking and the noodles will get soft. So I'm trying to get it all stirred together. It's a little bit more difficult than you think it is. Just like that. Let me get right over here. Now, if you're cooking it for children, you may not want to add wine. Of course, alcohol will evaporate off, but they may not like it. So I'm just going to pour some more wine. That bottle's almost all gone. Somebody's been drinking it while it's on break. Somebody was drinking it. And we poured some in here. I'm going to let this cook just for another 5 minutes or so. Cover it up. And we're going to see what it's like. So y'all come back in a minute. Okay, welcome back. This has been cooking for probably 7 or 8 minutes, just until it gets soft. You don't want to overcook it. But let's see what it tastes like. See if we can get it out. Okay, so that's just a little bit right there, but you see it, look at it. Okay, so let's try it and see what it tastes like. Remember, this has got tofu, beans, spinach. It's all very healthy. But if it didn't taste good, you won't eat it anyway, so let's see. Very, very hot. That's delicious. I got a good piece of fresh basil in there. Y'all just try this. It's an easy dish, one pot. You can cook it and go on with your life. So y'all try this. Let me know what you think. I'm the Almost Tipsy Vegan.